Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Scorpio. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. So right now, there is, it could be your energy, it could be theirs, but someone is loving someone from a distance. So they are deliberately keeping that person at a distance, but they do love them. They are constantly thinking of that person, but they keep them at a distance because of some emotional issues they are experiencing or going through connected to your situation. There will be a window of opportunity that is going to open up for this person. It is divine timing for them to act on this situation and open talks for healing, okay? To openly discuss the situation. Okay, so they're not talking. This is something that didn't get off the ground, okay? An idea, a plan, a relationship, somebody could have said things without thinking that resulted in an ending. They could have took a decision because of some emotions they were experiencing, some anger, bitterness, resentment they were experiencing, possibly for everyone it's different here. This is about being honest with, or needing to get honest with one's the truth about one's issues and act accordingly. It is about using logic and reason. It's only when you take that decision based on these emotions that there are consequences, and as you can clearly see, this is the consequence of somebody's action. You are now at a distance. So somebody took an emotional decision based upon some issues they were having, and this is the result of that decision. But there will be an opportunity to fix it, to heal it. However, how that goes, that's going to play, because they need to look at this logically. They need to look at it with reason. They need to be able to harness the will and the emotion if they want to be successful and get the desired result. At the heart of this reading, we have the Eight of Love. And so the Eight of Love is somebody's doubts and fears about the outcome of a situation, uncertainty, suspicions. That is exactly what caused this. That's what brought on the emotions of the Eight of Love. And somebody blew up. They had a belief in the Five of Swords. This could be ego related. But they had this belief, and they were unwilling. It's like somebody who's got something in their mind. They don't see anything else. That's the truth, basically. And anything you say doesn't even enter. That doesn't enter. They're not hearing it. So they believed something to be true. They had a lot of doubts and concerns about you, the false prophet. That's how they saw you, that what you were saying wasn't true, or that they couldn't rely on it. But now there's regret for having done that. There's regret. This ended badly. It ended in the Five of Swords, and they looking back, where they are. They're in the Hangman here. Okay, they're looking back with regret. They're looking back now, doubting what they actually had believed back then. And they're trying to get a different perspective on it. Maybe they are trying to look at it with logic and reason. Maybe this person has actually really seen growth, which is great. You know, so they're trying to look at it with logic and reason in order to restore it, in order to take the action to restore it. And so they're looking for signs here. This is something that died. There's the tombstone. And they're studying the signs on the tombstone, which is exactly what they're doing here, looking back, to see if there are signs of life. Can we find water here? Well, if you dig deep enough, you most certainly will. So there was, again, here we're going back, Ace of Swords, right? Somebody believed something to be true. There was a conflict. They took a decision. Something they believed about that, the cup that was being offered, or the emotions that were being spoken, the things that were being said or expressed. There was a conflict. There was doubt, suspicion. And so they actually brought in the Tower. But, as you can see, they don't want it to end. They didn't want it to end. They reacted badly. And now, Five of Swords once again, this deck in reverse, there's regret. They realize they lost a lot more than they bargained for here, and they may have made a mistake. Okay? And so now, here they are though, the ego, possibly keeping them there, because to go back, they would have to admit they were wrong, possibly, right? Sitting here, they're thinking, they got the sword over their head, so they're thinking about the one thing. They may be thinking of how they lost control, or they could be thinking, maybe they thought in the past that something was out of their control, or they simply were not careful with their words. But they're sitting there in that Four of Swords energy, and they're in the dark about whether or not there can be a new decision. And it's something that is just constantly, it's like, I feel it like growing. It's like it's there beneath the surface. It's always there. Thoughts that kind of are escalating and building, having to do with sorry about my dog, having to do with a decision for the future, or about the future, or even about returning, because this card here can indicate the sudden return in the future of someone. This is, I feel with this card here, this is about this person sitting here in this energy, and they're thinking about this, what I see here, and they're wondering if they can rely on what they're desiring or thinking about, whether there can be a new beginning, whether they could start all over again, whether they could bring this back to life. Is there still water here, to nourish this? And as far as I'm concerned, there is, because the sun just answers that question bang like that. Yes, The Sun is that yes. Okay? But there's a but. But you're going to have to get up and make this change. You're going to have to get up and start the ball rolling. Because right now, somebody's sitting here stubbornly, and because of that stubbornness and the ego, they could possibly miss out on a divine opportunity to heal what is a beautiful connection. What could be your happily ever after. This is somebody you are highly, intensely attracted to, and vice versa. Okay? And this is, whoever this is, this could be you, could be them, keeping somebody at a distance. You're sitting down in defeat, feeling sorry for yourself. You were outside the church, so you either put yourself there or somebody put you there. I feel in this case that this person in the Five of Swords, well, they put themselves there. And so they go into the church because they're not happy. 1 minute, I'm just going to pause my phone. I'll be right back. Yeah, so they go into the church because they're not happy, and they sit down in defeat. And they're asking for help. But what they fail to see is that there's a crutch there to help them get up. Okay? And they're not seeing it. And so the crutch indicates a support that is within reach, but this person, they've chosen to sit down in defeat and not reach for it, you know, and wait, you know, kind of wait for somebody to come and help them. So, but the message of the card is actually, if you want change, you must get up and take action to make that change. You know, you need to face your problems decisively. You need to, there you go, death. This is a changeable situation, it's saying, but you must choose to do it. And that's the thing. That's what all of this hinges upon. This person's decision to finally say, okay, that's enough. I'm not happy like this anymore. I want to change things. And that is the moment when they set themselves free. That's when this starts rolling and starts changing, and where that Ten of Cups then becomes very, very plausible. Plausible. Anyway, you know what I mean. So, this is a relationship that is really very much valued. Look how he has the information wrapped in a book. This person could be remembering you. He's reading something. So this is something that's already written. This could be memories of times gone by. This could be a cherished vision. This is a vision that he has written for the future. And it makes them very, very emotional. Look at that. Because they've always got that fear in the back of their mind, you know, that what if it's a trap? Look at the back of the chair. Right? What if it's a trap? And so, I mean, this person, I feel like they've been through something in their past that has caused them to kind of freeze up and become very afraid. It's like that Eight of Swords energy. It paralyzes you as you wait for bad things to happen because you're damaged, okay? And we see that here. They have been damaged. The Three of Swords is there, but this Three of Swords is a little different also, okay? So what it speaks of is being afraid. See, he's got all these emotions. He's afraid to place his heart into your hands, let's say, if that's the way it's going, right? That you might shred it to pieces. That it's just a trap. But where does that come from, you know? I mean, this wound, I feel they need to go back and heal that wound, whatever's causing that's driving these emotions and creating all these fears. That's the wound that needs to go. That's what death needs to take out, this death card here. That's what's got to go. Some type of emotional baggage here in this Three of Swords that is stopping someone from reaching that ultimate fulfillment of the Ten of Cups. And so patience, temperance actually is what I want to say. Temperance is speaking to patience, and harnessing, the emotion, having balanced emotions is going to play a big part here. With temperance, this is about a healing. They're afraid to speak, with the Empress here. It's about words from the heart, okay? Heart-based words, heart-based actions, heart-based decisions. They're afraid. They're afraid to get their heart broken again. This is going to be strength and courage which comes from the heart. They're going to need to draw on this to face their inner demons and to be ready and prepared for when this window opens. Now, it could be with the star that the divine is leading you or them, or preparing, showing them the way, showing them what they must do and what they must acknowledge, face, look at, to be able to be ready for this window of opportunity coming up so that they don't lose another chance at their happiness. And what we see here is somebody very focused. Yeah, look at that. Eight of Swords. Yeah, trust issues. That's it. Okay, Eight of Swords, this Ten of Wands here. This is the buyer and the seller not buying somebody's story. In denial of what the real issue was, always thinking somebody's out to get you, set a trap. That's what caused this distance between you. That's it. So they need to find the wound, the initial wound that caused that sword to begin with, which created a bunch of other swords, That's how it works. So focus on that. That's what they need to focus on. If they're watching, you know what I'm talking about. And so here, I love this, because here we have this hangman. And I love this one because, you see, somebody has come to give him that understanding. Here he is at the heart of the reading, same card, but he's alone, trying to understand, okay? But here he is in the outcome, overall energy, and he's been given by the divine, he's been given that understanding. He now knows what he must do. I'm telling you, I just got shivers when as I'm looking at this story for someone's story. He now understands, and he now knows what he must do to save this situation. And not only that, he has decided. He is now ready to take action. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.